Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. We are so excited to have Gina Crosheck joining us once again, the owner of PrismsScape Gems and Healing Center, based out of Iowa City, Iowa. But you go online, there's a lot you can find out, and there's a lot she can help you with as a metaphysical company offering not only jewelry, healing crystals, amazing gifts, but really helping people work on themselves with energy healing and so much more. So, Gina, welcome back. How are you today?
Doing great. We've got warm weather.
You
And so the
do?
snow's melted.
Well, I guess maybe Iowa's like New York, same thing. I came out this morning and my steps were all not full of ice. So I'm like, it must have warmed up yesterday. I didn't leave the house. Well,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like spring is here. We're in the lull, January, February, but it's about to happen. So I think with that, with the season changing, as you know, energy is
hmm
changing, people are
It
changing,
is.
healing is changing. And let me
Mhm.
have you introduce yourself to everyone before I keep talking. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm Gina Croshack, and we own a business called PrismsScape Gems and Healing Center. It is in Iowa City, Iowa, and we've been in business for 10 years, and it is pretty spectacular. We have beautiful crystals as well as cards and gifts, but we also have some excellent healers who work out of here, so that we're all working to help others to find themselves and to heal themselves and to embrace spirit. And
Beautiful.
so,
And let's
yeah,
recap a little what we talked about last time, right? We talked a little about energetic protection.
we
So
did.
I know you want to get into that, the I am presence or higher self and the violet
Yes.
flame. So yeah, let's start with the little recap.
So last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about because a lot of people walk into the shop and ask us, well, what's going to help me deal with negative people? Or what's going to help me with the negative energy around me? How do I protect myself? And so we went through some of the stones that were very useful for that. And we also talked about the protection kit and working with different stones like shungite and black tourmaline and black obsidian. And what we didn't get around to was to talk about bringing in the energy of your high self or the I am presence that can help us to protect us from the inside out. And so that is what we're going to talk about today.
Great. I'm
And
excited for it. And by the way, go to the website, right? If people do want to reach out to you, I want to make
mhm.
sure they're able to find you the proper way. So prismscape.com. That's PrismsScape.com.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
oh, well, thank you. And I have a picture because a lot of people don't fully understand about what the I am presence is.
Hmm.
And people who have worked with it, it was an awareness that we were gifted in the 20th century when an ascended master named Saint Germain came through and working with uh, some of the theosophists. And he explained that we have our own I am presence, our own God self, our perfect I. So there are different views of how you want to call it, what you
Hmm.
want to name it. But the I am presence is the one that he brought through. And I have an image that an artist who had um, uh, experienced it put together. And this is not the easiest thing to look at, but the I am presence is literally above us. And it is sort of the golden sun that we have within us. It's our perfect I. And it has, uh, we do a particular kind of meditation in which you get in touch with your I am presence and
Yes.
do the cylinder of light. And it is, having done that for several years, I would guess I started working with the I Am Presence in 2004. And it's one of those things where, and it really is useful to have it as a meditation, but it is something that we can get in touch with or work with uh, just by being conscious of it and
Hmm.
aware that it is there. It works in about the 12th chakra.
Okay.
And so when you're doing
Where
a
is the 12th
meditation,
chakra? Well, I don't even know where that is.
it's
I know the
above the
basic
head.
seven. Okay, but
So
I know
so
there's
we
more.
have seven, right? So,
Yeah.
oh, we have so many chakras. You can't even name them
Oh,
all.
wow. Okay.
And so it's above us, and so then we can do a particular kind of meditation that allows us to experience the I am presence, which is just continuously sending us love, always, always. It is, and you're just floating in the bliss of pure love. And it is something that allows us to remember how perfect we are, because all when we sit here on earth, we continuously tell us or hear people talking about how bad things are or this or that. And so the I am presence allows us um, to experience coming back into that whole beautiful sense of oneness with the divine. And so it really is us getting in touch with our divine self. And so it becomes very important. It's a very, I've found it a very useful way of doing things in terms of working with it and being conscious of it and thanking it. I thank it every day for keeping me going. And I think it's important that we recognize that we are divine beings and we really are, as different people say, we are made in the image of God. We are these divine beings, but oftentimes we don't feel that way because we all experience so much judgment. We or listen to the negative impulses that are coming through or sayings that are coming through. And it is important to pay attention and to explore who we are in, beyond the physical body. And so the
Mm.
I am presence allows us to do that, our high self.
Mm. All right. Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
feeling there's a higher presence here. Hold on. As an empath, I call you an empath, right? And you
Yeah.
say you are intuitive. I don't know what to say, but the way you're speaking, and
Uh-huh.
is there something going on like today in your life that you're more in a vibrant mood? I'm being the empath here. Or is it just that you get to talk to me, your friend from New York?
Well, it's several things. It's well, one is sunshine. Remember we talked about seasonal affective disorder. So sunshine always makes you more vibrant. But talking about the I am presence is one of the things because it is just always sending forth love. I was talking with my friend who teaches a thing called light path meditation, and it is a way of raising your vibration and going in and working with the I am presence. And so I was talking with her about some of the things that the I am presence does, and she said it is just continuous love outpouring
Ah,
and it is nothing ever stops. So one of the key things that's important in working with I am presence is being open to receive, is to allow yourself to receive total and complete love, unconditional love. And it is she likes to call it the miniature sun within, because we are as brilliant and we have the capacity to love unconditionally. That's one of the things that's so interesting about, and with you being a mother, the way in which you feel about your children is totally different,
yeah.
right? Than others. And so it is a very, very special kind of life and a special kind of love. And so, um, yeah. So it is, that's what the I am presence does for us. It just bathes us in love.
Ah,
And
ah,
so you might want to try taking just 5 minutes
mm-hmm.
sometime and be quiet and then just ask it
Yeah.
and just invite it in. And so being open to receive that unconditional love. And it is one of the more um, wonderful things. You always feel better for once you've gotten in touch with it. But being aware of it, a lot of us are not aware of it. There's so many things in the spiritual realm that haven't been explored, that a lot of the information that we know now came through starting at the end of the 19th century and coming into the 20th, but it really took off when they started talking about the new age, and it was a new age of spirituality. And you had in 1987, we had a astrological alignment that they
Oh,
called the harmonic convergence. And at that time, it opened all kinds of different energetic portals that
wow.
allowed people to begin to receive new information. And so part of that is all becoming much more conscious of things like your I am presence and your own God self or your higher self and working with it. And so that's why a lot of people use affirmations in terms of working with setting their intentions and going forward with it. And so, yeah, yeah,
Wow. Thank you for that. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
you're welcome.
Prismscape.com. Don't forget PrismScape. Yeah, this is the Gem and Healing Center based out of Iowa City in Iowa. And, Gina bringing us a lot of information the past few months. I love uh,
Hmm.
been getting to talk to you and, what we're talking
Thank
about
you.
today, the I am presence, higher self, and even learn about the violet flame. But I don't know if you're ready for that yet because
No, I
I'm
am ready
oh
for it
oh I don't know
because
what it is. I'm excited to find out.
so in that drawing, you have this violet flame coming up through a cylinder of white light. And it is a flame of transmutation. So it burns through all of the negative. And so it's one of those things. So I've got a stone called, it's a Murado opal, and it even has like lightning flashes running through it. And it is a stone that I call the violet flame stone. And it's exceptional in terms of sitting with it and allowing it to, if you want to clear a space, you can hold the stone or you can call in the violet flame and ask for it to clear all of the negative energy that's in a place. I worked at the university for decades, and there would be times when I would go in and clear the space, and I would call forth the violet flame to clear the energy of the place so that you could begin fresh. And so you're basically freshening up a place with the violet flame, but you can do that with yourself as well. So I find myself um, sometimes feeling gnarly and or worrying too much or rehashing things. And so I'll just ask the violet flame to clear me so that I'm able to go on with my life rather than getting caught up in just scenarios that are unuseful.
All right. Well, I've never heard of that term, violet flame.
Mhm.
And let me ask you, do we all have violet flames?
We can all call it in, yes. It's one of the things that we now can do. Yes,
Wow.
we all do. And
Wow.
It is it is available to us. It was one of the things that the divine said humans are ready so we have been evolving. A lot of people say we haven't been evolving, but spiritually we have been evolving. And the violet flame is one of those things that, as a result, we were told about it and taught how to work with it. And so it is something that I literally use every day and generally multiple times during the day.
Wow.
And I put together a mantra where I bring in and create the cylinder of light. And then I create the another stanza, verse of the mantra that I use is to bring in, surround the cylinder of light with the blue flame, and then bring up the violet flame. And it is blaze up through me now. You're consuming mighty and powerful violet flame to um, get rid of or to burn off the all memory record. And so working with it of discord in my being and my world and every mistake for which I'm responsible. And one of the nice things about that is it goes in because so much of negative energy comes from discord. And so it
Okay.
becomes very important that we pay attention to where the discord is coming from, but we allow the violet flame to burn it off and get rid of it. And then we ask to replace it with love, light, purity, and perfection. And so and then may the I am presence hold its dominion within me. And so it becomes very important because what we really want to do is when we're working, at least what I want to do, is when I'm in this life, I want to always be coming at it from a divine perspective, work doing my best to walk in love, to be present as love
Mm.
walking. And I think that that's one of the things it makes life much easier, because as opposed to looking through a lens of fear, it's looking through a lens of love. And I think that each of us feels better when we're looking through a
Of
lens
course.
of
Of
love.
course.
Hmm. And so,
Ah, and speaking of love, is that something you're helping people at the shop with? Do people come for you to you and say, "Hey, there's someone that I'm into, I want them to fall for me." Or is there any special crystal or gem that helps attract the opposite sex or same sex, right? I guess I have to say that these days, of course, but to
yeah,
attract, another being, another soul to you? Valentine's Day is coming around the corner, so
I know Valentine's Day. Rose quartz is always going to be a stone
uh-huh.
that is going to be attracting love. So will rhodochrosite, and we've shown those before. But yes, Valentine is, in fact, one of the things we do is we've got little heart boxes, and we have people build heart boxes for their loved one or somebody that they're interested in. So with different kinds of crystals, yeah.
All right, all right. Well, what else did you want to share for today's show since it's not the
So
Valentine's Day episode?
no, but I do want to show one other stone, and it's
Okay.
called an apophyllite. And we may have shown this one before,
Cool.
but it comes out of the high Himalayas.
Is that like
And
clear in the middle?
yes, yes,
And what
yes.
color is it? Because the light's making it
It's
look
it's
translucent
let's
and
see. It is translucent.
oh, okay.
It's
So it looks like an
totally clear.
iceberg. Like an
Yeah,
iceberg.
that's exactly correct. And it's an ancient stone, but it is one that gets you in touch with the divine. So if you want to open your heart to the divine, it's an excellent one to be holding and working with. So, and the apophyllite, when I sat with it, part of its message was it was the stone of the creator. So if you want to do any kind of investigating as to where we've been in terms of the earth, because it comes from those high mountains and India, then that's a good stone to work with. And so,
Beautiful. Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So another thing that we can do is we can put together mantras to protect ourselves. There are several things. One of the first things I ever learned to protect myself was bring down golden rings and surround yourself with golden rings. A lot of people will do that before they walk into a shopping mall.
Really?
Yeah, because people are empath. They can feel other people. And because you can feel other people, you need some sort of protection.
Blockage. Yeah.
Yeah, from the
A
energy.
shield. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And so bring something. You can send your roots down, but bringing down the golden rings is one of the really nice things to do. So, yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. And so I would say, I do want to say that it's been a joy working with you because we're uh, over the past few months. I mean, we started in August. We've covered
Has it
so many
been
different
that
subjects.
long? Wow.
Yes.
I'm going to miss you, but that's why we're not saying goodbye. We'll say till next time because
Yeah.
once you connect with someone, it's forever. So I don't want to
Yeah.
say goodbye, but we'll connect some other way somehow, I'm sure. And when I
Yeah.
visit Iowa, which I've never done, it's on my bucket list to bring the kids. I'm stopping in and I'll let you know in advance.
Come to the state fair.
Yeah, yeah, you told me about that. I looked it
Yeah.
up many months ago. When is it again? Is it in the fall or
It's
is
in
it
August. It's in
summer?
August. It's in
Oh,
summertime. Yeah. And it's one of the best state fairs in the country. So the
ah.
kids would love it.
Perfect. I got to book in
Yeah.
advance, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and we're right on I-80, depending on whether you fly or if you drive. It's sort of like if you've got to go east to west, you have to come through Iowa.
Got it. Got it. All
Yeah.
right. Well, good to know. You know what? I can maybe drive. I do like road trips. I wonder how far the drive is from New York. Any idea?
Well, from the coast of North Carolina, it's about
Do,
14 or 15
I've
hours,
driven to North Carolina and
maybe
that's what it was
19.
too. So I could do
Mhm.
that. Let me just say, hold on. Do you mind? I'm like actually peeking. Distance to Iowa from New York. I mean, I live on Long Island, so give it another hour, but it's telling me about 17 hours.
Yeah. So
That's a
it's a 2-day trip.
2 day. No, yes and no, unless I get someone to help me. It's 1,033 miles. But LaGuardia Airport does offer a direct flight to,
Mhm.
oh, okay. Maybe I have miles to use. Maybe we can fly.
It'd be fun.
That's not bad. I would love to do a road trip and actually stop in. Well, Pennsylvania we've been, but never been to Indiana, Ohio, Chicago.
Hmm.
I could stop in Chicago too.
Oh, Chicago is fun.
Oh my
It is a lot
goodness.
of fun.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize. I see, because I didn't realize you're neighboring states, but how many hours away from Chicago are you?
3.5, 4.
Okay, so it's a little bit of a
Yeah.
hike, but wow.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
can accomplish more on my bucket list.
Yes, yes, you can. Yes. But yeah, so overall, I think it's really been a joy working with you and all of the people who are with the podcast network. So thank
Thank
you very
you.
much. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been
Mhm.
amazing to have you and your husband and all the shows we've done. And I want people to reach out to you. Again, they can come visit you in the store, but they can work with you for these metaphysical type services like
Yes.
this. Like it's like on the telephone, it's on Zoom. Remind us again how we do so, sweetheart. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So you can send us an email at info@prismscape.com, PrismScape.com. You can give us a call, 319 359 8886. That's a cell phone, so you can text us with questions and all of the healers with our website. All of us do remote healings. And we can also do FaceTime with you or a Zoom call with you and give you a virtual tour of the shop. And so you can pick out rocks and different crystals that you want. or
Beautiful.
bracelets. So
Well, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. We'll keep in touch. And thank you again. Have a fantastic day. And looking
you
forward
too.
to speaking with you soon. Okay.
You too.
Thank you again,
Thank you
Gina.
so
I will
much.
connect. Bye bye. Thank you.
Okay.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.